Mark, it's great to see you here back in the Northeast. How often do you get home?
Well, I try to get up a few times a year. I need my Northumberland fix every now and again, and I have, thankfully I have some friends dotted around the place, and a couple of friends up in Hayden Bridge who always look after me. And there's nothing I like more than jumping around Northumberland and getting out into the wilds.
And keeping in touch, because yours is very much a global existence, isn't it? I mean, your album recently was I gather your highest US entry since your solo career. Things are still going so strong in all parts of the world.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think the record that I made with Emmylou Harris has touched a chord somewhere. For some reason, people seem to get what it's about, and that's always. I'm very pleased for Emmy. Apart from anything else, it's a lovely thing.
Some of the tracks on that, I believe I read, were available only on digital download through iTunes. Can you believe when you started out with Dire Straits that the technology was going to come on and your career was going to go the way it has?
I mean, that's the world and the net. I mean, just the whole thing. And I mean, I use my laptop for writing now. I hardly use a notebook at all anymore. I just go around my laptop, and it's a different world entirely. And my boys, were there, and my sons were there, and my little girls were there. They know more about the computer than I do.
Your album Golden Heart was a success for you as well, and today you're receiving the Variety Club's highest honour, the Golden Heart. How appropriate, and what does that mean to you?
Well, it's a very special day for me. It's a huge day for me. I mean, I've had all sorts of awards over the years. I've been presented with all sorts of things, and golden records and Grammys and all sorts of things. But it's going to be the most special, I think. It's a fantastic thing, and not just the fellow Geordie thing, of course, but the Variety Club thing. I think the Variety Club is special for a lot of reasons, and one being, apart from anything else, is that it's all voluntary. I don't know whether everybody realizes that there aren't all these highly paid officials running around, with expense accounts and whatever. It's all volunteers, and it does tremendous work.
And you've been here previously when the Variety Club has played tribute to some of your peers.
That's right.
So you know what to expect.
Yes, a little bit. Yeah. Actually, the last time I came, Jules dropped me right in, and I had to. But he did not intentionally, I have to say. But and I was making a speech off the hoof, but on the hoof rather, but off the cuff, on the hoof and off the cuff. But it's something that I suppose over the years I've got used to doing. So I'll try and do it without a safety net today as well, I think.
The Geordie thing, the Northumberland homecoming, obviously is massive, but also as a musician to come back to this part of the world, because the Tube was such a big part of music in this country for a while. You must have great memories of that as well.
Yeah, I mean, I remember all that as if it was yesterday, really. Jules looked a little bit younger then, but not a lot, don't you think? And so actually it's funny because I always seem to be going around in circles with the past, and just a couple of months ago I was doing another session for Jules for his record. His second album was on the first one and on this one as well. So it's nice to keep those contacts up from the early days.
So many constant memories from the early days. Tunnel of Love, Spanish City reference in that one. It's all about the Northeast roots.
Mm-hmm. Actually, it was a thrill for me when I heard from the people at the Spanish City, that's how they'd open the fairground every day with that music. And when I was a little lad playing on the beach at Cullercoats and in Whitley Bay, I used to hear that Skater's Waltz in my head all the time. It was playing on the radio a lot, so I put it on the front of the record. And I was in the car the other day and I heard it on radio too. So it just seems as though these circles keep going around with the past with me all the time. And today is going to be particularly bad for that, I should think. There'll be a lot of that happening.
I wonder if we can persuade you to have that one this afternoon. Your Spanish City reference would go down well.
Well, it'll be a bit tough to play because there's only me and and a couple of the other guys. But I should think a little bit of Local Hero would probably be about right.
What does it mean to you, the fact that Local Hero has become the anthem of the Northeast? Newcastle United every home game, the Great North Run every year. Mm-hmm. It's far more than just a song. It's quite a feeling, I can tell you, to actually be at St James's Park when that's happening. And
because one of my boys is a big fan of the team, just like I am, and so I try and come up every now and again and get to a match, and what a feeling in it. And I think actually Ben was he must have been about 14 the first time he heard, or 13 the first time, maybe even younger, when he heard it there, and he goes, "God, Dad," he said, "that was a bit cool, Dad." So if you can impress somebody that age, at mine it's pretty good. But it always sounds twice as good when we win as well. I've noticed that. But it's a fantastic feeling. I've heard people say that it makes their hair stand up, and that makes me very proud. It's a great thing. And then when Brendan Foster asked me if to attach it to the Great North Run as well, that was another tremendous thrill. And of course he was kind enough to ask me to become the official starter a couple of years ago, which is a tremendous experience, just amazing experience. So I'll never forget that too. It was all great stuff.